So if this is anything like my last trip, this is the last time I'll remember to vlog in public because I always get super self-conscious. But I am currently on my way to Fan Expo in Vancouver, which means that I'm going to take a bus, another bus, a ferry, a bus, a SkyTrain, another SkyTrain to get to my hostel, and then a SkyTrain back to the convention center so I can help sell some swords and some chainmail for Dark Age Creations. My first bus was supposed to come 10 minutes ago. Hasn't. Probably because it's a holiday and I didn't factor that in. Probably gonna get a later ferry. And it's raining on me now. So yeah, the sun is coming up, which makes me super happy that I got up at 5:30 in the morning to get to this bus on time, which doesn't exist because it's a holiday.
When I got downtown, it was 7:30 in the morning, but I had Illuminae playing on my headphones, so I was doing okay. It was actually a fantastic book that I finished by the end, and the ferry was super packed. I also remembered that the outlet situation on ferries is kind of terrible, so I had to babysit my stuff, which is fine. The ferry rides are always beautiful. I love going on the ferry between Vancouver Island and Vancouver. The SkyTrain is also just kind of a delight for me because we don't have this form of transit in Victoria.
So far today, my first bus didn't come, so I had to take a different bus to get to my second bus, which took forever. Then the ferry was super packed, and now my hostel won't let me check in. Even though the booking said that I could check in anywhere between 8 and 11 o'clock at night, now I have to go back to my hostel between 5 and 9, which is super not helpful.
I don't know the city very well, but I managed to get around just fine. There were some awesome things at the expo, but I spent most of my time here in the Dark Age Creations booth. And let me tell you, there were some pretty things. We had mead drinking cups, beautiful handmade jewelry. I obviously sold a lot of these books and pouches throughout the weekend. And this chainmail shirt took about 100 man-hours and is between 40 and 50 pounds. I definitely wandered around the expo hall for a good hour in one of them and felt it the next day for sure. There it is. After, we went and had some scotch, which was just a freaking delight. The tasting notes had everything in a coded manner, so you could look through and see what the tasting notes from the entire panel were. And the scotch list was so large that you could probably kill somebody with this book quite easily, either by drinking the entire contents, which, as you're probably noticing, are numerous, or by just hitting them with it. If you have the time, stopping and reading some of these coded titles is actually a lot of fun, and they actually help you figure out what to try because, like I said, there are so many things that you can try, and obviously, it being scotch, it's going to be slightly pricey, so finding something that you know you're going to like, especially in these different categories of scotch, was just a delight to go through and just laugh at some of the ridiculous names. We tried this one and it was wonderful. This is a little bit shaky, but this is basically the only time I was able to film anything in the expo hall. It was way too packed throughout the weekend to do any major filming, and being the shy person I am, I saw so many great cosplays, but I absolutely didn't have the guts to ask people if I could take a picture of them, so I just didn't. And I kick myself for not doing it, but I had a lot of fun regardless. We had an entirely too small booth, but this is what teardown looks like in a convention center. We put everything in 2 large crates on wheels because we're intelligent. Wandering back from dinner that night, I found some architecture in Vancouver that I thought was really, really pretty, and I also ended up getting slightly lost because I was too into the podcast I was listening to, so I found this library, which I just need to go back to a library public house, obviously. But it was a lot of fun just to wander around, and even though this isn't the highest quality footage, I really enjoyed my night. I ended up taking way too much footage of this harbor area just because it was beautiful and knowing full well that it's not going to show up wonderfully on my camera. The next morning, I took the bus and a SkyTrain and the bus and the ferry, obviously. It's always good to get back to the island. It's always really great to get back to where you're from after especially such a long weekend of just seeing far too many people. I guess there is a reason that I live on this island, and it's not just that my family moved here years ago.